right, we are heading to Melbourne, but we're first going to stop off where, Robin?
Merimbula.
Ah, that's a mouthful. So, anyway, what's there? Just a nice beach, or?
Yeah, I think so. I spent a lot of time last night looking at different places to stop. This is about 4 hours away from where we are now, which leaves us 6 hours the next day to Melbourne, but it looks like one of the best places to stop, so we'll figure it out. We'll see when we get there.
All right, let's go. It is raining out. All right, we're in Tathra right now. We made a stop here before we head to our destination for tonight. And what do you think? This is a little beach town, I guess?
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Yep, we'll check it out. Kind of a small beach, but it's a beach.
Yeah.
Those waves are pretty big,
Yeah,
actually.
they are.
They also have an historic wharf here, so we're going to check it out. All right, this is the wharf. All right, on our way to Merimbula, if I pronounce that right.
I think.
Anyway, we're almost there. So this is Bar Beach in Merimbula, if I pronounce it right. Well, this is gonna be our place for the night. Not too bad. There's the bedroom, bathroom back there. Nice little living area, right? Got a kitchen. That's always a plus. Living room, TV, and then we do have a decent view of the water. It's not bad. This would be home for one night. So right outside our window, there are some huge pelicans. Those guys are big. There's a couple more over here. Man, they're huge. We're walking around, I'm gonna get those pelicans again. I mean, these guys are huge. And these guys too, they're gigantic. All right, so it's still a little wet out, a little cold. I mean, this is the summer in Australia and it's like 70 degrees and rainy. So that's pretty cold for here. We're gonna take a little walk around this town and see what's up. What are you thinking, Robin?
We're just gonna check it out.
Hey, bird. They're really loud, you know that? They're really loud. So this is kind of weird. A lot of places are closed and it's only a little after 2 o'clock. What do you think about that?
I don't know, it's really weird.
So we found out that most places close at 2 o'clock here because there's just no business between 2 and 5. A lot of them will open up around 5:30 again, but you know, unfortunately, if you're getting a late lunch, it's really difficult to get anything here. Well, that was kind of like a bust a little bit because it rained the whole time we were there. But you know, you do what you have to do. And now we got some good weather and we are on our way to Melbourne. So this is a little unnerving, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have to say, I do feel a little more comfortable being on the highway. Festival going on in Melbourne today. We are in Melbourne. All right, we are here. We are in Melbourne. We're gonna check it out, right?
Yeah.
Let's do this. We are taking the tram to dinner, right? All right, we're off the tram. Little odd. Not sure what all that stuff is. There's a vegan restaurant. All right, it's the next day. We're gonna go on this walking tour, and usually, as usual, I should say, we're late, right?
Yeah.
But we're getting there as soon as we can. All right, we are at Federation Square, which is where we're going to pick up this tour. Looks like our group.
Hello there, you two. I see you peeking over the shoulder of our friends over here.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Awesome.
Awesome. I love to hear it. I'm Zoe. I'm your tour guide today. What are your names?
Robin.
Robin?
Hey, Chris.
And Robin and Chris.
I'm very well.
I see. Thank you. That was going to be my next question. You read my mind, Robin. Where are you two from?
Yes. New York City.
Over there, also from New York City, so you might have some neighbours, some Facebook mutuals, potentially in the tour group today. There already seems to be an existing dense population of US residents in our tour group today.
Really?
So again, yes, very common theme amongst, it's a bit of a package deal these days. Always a US resident on one of my tours. I love the representation from you guys. Anyway, I don't know if I introduced myself. My name's Zoe, by the way. I'm your tour guide today. Might have booked under Sam. He's my older brother. It's a bit of family business at this point in time. But yeah, I'm taking over the reins today, which is always great to see. And I love to meet you guys, Robin and Chris. I'll get to change you guys a bit later.
I'm going to Cairns tomorrow, actually.
Oh,
So quick.
is it okay up there? Because we heard the flooding and everything.
I think that was. I hope it's okay. We'll see. I think like right now it's okay, but a few weeks ago it wasn't good at all.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But yeah, everything is going as planned per my accommodation and whatnot. They haven't flagged anything, so I feel good about it. But I'm only there for a few days before I go to Indonesia. So.
Oh, wow,
So are
Indonesia.
you planning to do any kind of Great Barrier Reef?
I am. I'm doing the Great Barrier Reef. I have that booked on Tuesday, and then I'm doing rainforest tour before I head to Bali.
So you're going to Bali.
I'm going to Bali. Yes, yes.
I mean, so how's the weather in Bali right now?
It's warm. It's right on the equator, so it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's going to be
fine.
warm all year round.
Pretty hot.
We'll make our way to the city around 2 hours. There is a protest occurring in the city today on the length or route of one of our destinations today. It's completely safe. It's been happening in the city every weekend from October 2023. Just bear with me as we move through it.
What's the protest on?
The protest is about Palestine. Melbourne was originally called Batmania, which in my opinion is a way cooler name. It was said to be as large or as wide as the River Thames in London. If you want a bit of perspective on how wide the Yarra River used to be, all these buildings there on the south bank, the air is once covered in water. There is also a little special something we like to celebrate along the Yarra River called the Moomba Festival.
This is Captain Flinders. And actually the hotel we're staying in is on Flinders Street, named after him. We're going inside the cathedral.
competition was held in 1996 between a whopping 177 entries. A London and Dutch company won the winning design. By definition as a street art gallery.
Wow, there's an awful lot of street art here. So a little bit of a tragic thing here. There were two Banksys that were here and they got painted over when they repainted. So a lot of this stuff was created during the COVID time and they had this commissioned art and everything, and then they let it be a free-for-all. So this changes all the time, but man, to lose those two Banksys, that hurts. That's one of the best places to get coffee here. And Melbourne is known for their awesome coffee. Those two statues behind me actually move at certain times. Well, there's this huge Palestinian protest up here. I'll show it to you. Well, Robin, you must have done something wrong because now we're in the prison. Great job. Kind of cool, there's prisons here, and then you got this beautiful building landscape, skyscraper up there. 150-year-old bath. So that building right there, Escape, has little cubes. And each cube is a tiny apartment that houses college kids. So university kids will be in that building. Okay. Yeah, it was nice talking to you guys.
Thanks for the info.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have a great time too.
You won't be home for a couple months.
Probably, yeah.
You're just winging it?
Just winging it, yeah. But sounds like you're having a great time too, so. Yeah.
If you're looking for something new in terms of Lane, go to ACDC Lane. So there's street art, but there's also like bars and things like that in the area as well. So it's quite a hidden, almost like undercover operation occurring there, in the least suspicious way possible, of course. Like, it's kind of hidden in a good way. That's a good laneway to go to. If you want a similar vibe to that, I don't know how long are you guys staying here in Melbourne?
A week.
A week? I would recommend you go to, have you heard of Fitzroy Politics? Oh, did you? Okay, because I was going to say that's kind of a similar vibe to the laneways in Melbourne, I would say. I don't know if you went Gertrude Street or Smith Street.
Irish pub.
Oh, wow.
There's path.
We can walk around there more. We didn't walk around a lot.
It was fun.
Or
Everyone was
if
really
you
friendly.
are ever heading back, I would definitely recommend exploring more. Smith Street is the best one in Fitzroy. It intersects with Gertrude Street. This might completely go over your heads right now. I know when people are explaining things to me, I'm nodding, I'm like, yeah. Things you have Smith Street, and then Gertrude Street is the second one. It was voted as the second coolest street in, I think, around 2020.
Oh, wow.
So it's a pretty cool place.
Nice.
We're big on fusion food, you might have noticed. Combination of literally any cuisine into one, and you'll see that a lot in Fitzroy. So go to ACDC Lane, my main point is. Go to some bars there. Garden State is a really good bar to go to if you're in the area. You can't miss it. You'll know what I'm talking about when I see it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Thank
Enjoy
you so much. It was
Melbourne.
great. Yeah. we
Might
learned a
see you
lot.
tonight, ACDC Lane potentially.
ACDC land.
Yeah.
We're there.
Don't forget
Are you
it.
going?
Don't
Are you guys going?
That's a strong, definite yes from them. Guys, love meeting you guys. Enjoy
Yeah, it was
what
great meeting you. Have a good one.
Take care.
Bye. See you guys. So that building right there was designed by architectural students here, and it used to have these spinning circles, but when the weather got bad, they would fall down into the pedestrians, and it was quite dangerous. So they replaced all those circles with ones that don't rotate. So they don't rotate anymore. This is the market. If you like seafood, it smells really seafoodishy here. We don't eat seafood, but you know, whatever. This place is packed. This is a plant-based place, so it's vegan. Nice to see the vegans are represented, right? Oh, this one. Yeah, I just got out here. Looks good. Not bad. All right, we had some lunch. We're gonna go check out the rest of this market.
So this market is broken down by certain areas?
Yes, so if you look at this map, there are different portions or segments of the market. So you also have like food halls, meat and fish,
Okay,
dairy.
this came from there.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you want to like dine in, you can check out the food hall here. You can also check out some of the shops along Victoria Street as well as Elizabeth Street.
Is that over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Then, well, if you want some fresh produce, you can also go to like the sheds here. If you also want the famous American Donut van, the American Donuts, it's at the end of the D shed on Main Street.
Ah.
So it's like one of the must-tries here in Victoria Market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. that's
So we'll go
basically-
check that out.
Yeah. All right.
And
Would you
this
like
is-
a map?
Sure.
Of the market?
Thank you. And this is just all different shops.
Yes. Yes. You also have like some food trucks or vans. Actually, here on in between E and F,
Right.
you have like some food trucks as well there.
Oh,
Is this here every day?
Yes.
That donut thing is very popular. This is the line. I guess they're very good donuts. I love that purplish building there. Pretty cool. So this is a nice little park here, huh?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Right in the middle of the city. So coffee is one of the things you do here in Melbourne. So we're having some cappuccinos with plant-based milk. What do you think? Pretty good. One thing I notice about here is the architecture is like really like pretty or whatever.
Yeah.
It's amazing how aesthetically pleasing it is.
I've never seen a city with such beautiful, tall, high-rises.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. The colors and everything, the shapes of them and how they do it, it really is incredible. All right, we're gonna go to this Kilda Music Festival, right?
Yeah, we're going to check it out. I saw What did I see? I don't know. Oh, I saw a poster for it today and I Googled it. And I'm just going to see what it's about.
So we'll give it a try. We're gonna jump on the tram.
Get on power, Jackie. I love money, I love cars. I'm a broken pop star. I love money, I love cars. I'm so broke, I'm a star. I love money. Mental. Now you. Give it up for BBT. Hey.
So anyway.
That is the right thing, then just maybe I'll be pulling on to simplify or make some friends and afterwards. If they ain't like me, I like myself. Maybe that's a big red flag. I should so that's real nice, but they don't know I'm so damn crazy. Before and I'm not saying I'll become a young little bit.
Fish. We're at this little Sri Lankan restaurant, and I think everything is really good. Everything tastes great here. Now that we've eaten, you ready to listen to some music?
Let's go find it.
Let's do it. All right, so it's a beautiful day, so we're gonna go for a run. And it's been a while since we've run. So what are you thinking?
We're going to take it easy.
We're gonna take it easy, do the best we can. But it's a beautiful day in Melbourne, so here we go. All right, we haven't run in months because Robin had a stress fracture in her foot, a couple of them actually, and then we've been traveling, so it's a little hard. So it's been a few months. So we went out for our normal 3-mile run, and what did we do?
We got it done.
We got it done. So how do you feel?
Good now that it's over, but I was counting the quarter miles to finish it. But, we got it done.
Every run is hard, no matter which one. I always say the hardest run is the one you're currently on. Once it's done, it's like, I'm glad I did this. No one ever says after the workout, that they regret it, but during it, maybe a little bit. All right, now that we're done with our run, We're cleaned up. We're gonna head to Hardware Street, where there's an awful lot of cafes and lunch places and all sorts of stuff, and grab ourselves a treat. Right? Well deserved, right?
Now we're gonna try some coffee.
So this is Hardware Lane and has a lot of restaurants and a lot of coffee places. It's kind of a cool place. All right, we did find a nice place to get some vegan options here, so we're gonna chow down, right?
Yeah.
So that was a nice wrap, but what I noticed is they eat a lot of pumpkin here in Australia.
They certainly did.
Yeah, you know, in the United States, you basically have it for decoration for Halloween, and then you have it for pumpkin pies during Thanksgiving, but then you never really see it. But here, there's been a lot of the stuff that we've ordered so far, so it's kind of interesting.
Here you can actually catch a free tram for 35 that goes around the edge of the city. It doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
That's kind of interesting.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a good one. All right, so now we're going to head to the AC/DC Lane, because AC/DC is an Australian band. You excited? All right, let's do it. All right, we made it to AC/DC Lane. Oh, nice.
We have like 20 hours now, not so much, but at 11 p.m. we travel to Auckland, New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand,
so
yeah.
Just a quick stop here. Visiting the city.
Are you guys from here?
U.S.
US.
United
Yeah.
States.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Where in Germany?
Near Berlin.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Saxony-Anhalt.
I was in Berlin when the wall was still up.
Oh,
That was the
wow.
last time I was in
Are you
Berlin.
from there and moved then to the States?
No, I was on holiday there.
Ah, okay. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you stay here?
We don't know. We're gonna go to New Zealand next week.
Ah,
Maybe,
okay.
maybe.
Right? Are you going to Auckland?
Yes.
Yes, and
First
then-
week we are in Auckland.
Uh-huh.
We don't know.
We don't know. We have
We have no plan.
Well, so how long are you away for total?
4 months.
That was an interesting tribute lane to AC/DC.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. We're in a cool store called Culture Kings. We're gonna go grab some coffee. We're gonna grab some coffee at Espresso Mondo. So this is Degraves Street, and they got all these tables lined up in the middle of the street there, and they have all these great coffee places, right? And restaurants. So we're gonna have some coffee. All right, these look good. So how is it?
Good.
Awesome. Very good. I really like their buildings here. What are these guys doing? Look, it's a gigantic purse sitting on the street.
I could put all my change into this.
There you go, at least most of it.
Most of my change.
I don't want to be on that train carriage because It's in the ground.
We're on a bus tour. So what are we doing?
We're going to the Great Ocean Road from Melbourne towards Adelaide, which stops at the 12 Apostles. And it's supposed to be beautiful.
This is a long trip. It's 564 kilometres long. We'll get back to Melbourne at probably 8 o'clock tonight.
All right, we're at the first stop. There's a lake here, but it's really more for like a bathroom break than anything. Way over there is the ocean and a little dog. All right, that was a nice break. We got some macadamias and we're heading back on the bus. All right, we're on our second stop of the Great Ocean Road and we're at the beach. All right, that's the famous archway, right?
For the Great Ocean Road.
Time to get back on the bus.
It's a bit windy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stopping for a quick video here. All right, we're stopping at Apollo Bay for lunch, and I guess it's good that the rain stopped. So, what do you think?
Yeah, good timing.
One quick note, Apollo Bay is the closest city to Tasmania. Glad they had some vegan options here, huh? This is called what? George's? They had some great vegan options. Looks like the birds want to get on the bus. Birds, you can't get on the bus. Back on the bus. So we stopped the bus because there may be a koala hanging in a tree over here. We're going to go check it out. And there he is. That's a koala. Alright, we're in Melba.
It's quite quiet here today, which is really
Let's
good.
check it out.
So just be careful you don't slip over. Watch out for your shoes. Crocs are fine. Because it's been wet and stuff like that, just take your time. But like I said, if you want to do the bushwalk, go for the whole lot. It's a big loop, brings you back round. It does go upstairs and come down. It is quite taxing on you, all right? If you don't, just walk to the cascade or where the creek is. There should be a bit more water down there now with a bit of rain. And then just come back on yourself. You're still going to see the same stuff. Yeah, all right, guys. Are you the last ones? Follow me and I'll point in the right direction. Don't rush, don't run.
Jurassic Park or something. This looks pretty prehistoric. So they say this little hike takes about 35 minutes, in case you want to do it. There are some steep parts of it. You do have to have a lot of steps, as you saw, but pretty easy hike. It's a little slippery here, going downhill. There's a slug. There's actually a few of these guys out. As you can see, we're gonna try not to step on these guys. This is a little bit more about the hike that we just went on. Back on the bus. Before the 12 Apostles, we're going to look at the Loch and Gorge, and then we'll go back to the 12 Apostles. What do you think of Loch and Gorge?
Very pretty.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is a bit windy here. I don't even know if you could hear this. It reminds me of the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland. What do you think of the Razorback?
It's really, really pretty.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, we're done here. Now it's time to see the 12 Apostles, huh?
Yeah.
Let's go check them out. Actually, before the 12 Apostles, a little more to the Loch and Gorge than meets the eye. Apostles, although there isn't 12 of them. So what do you think of the 12 Apostles?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, amazing. We're gonna check out that overlook.
Sydney, you sort of ride straight across.
Okay.
Because there was a tour down under, which is our version of the Tour de France bike race. So I rode 5.5 stages of that.
You competed in it?
Not in the professional one, I just rode it myself.
Sure.
And then I rode to Melbourne, and then I did Tasmania for 2 weeks, and now I'm heading, I've just come back from Tasmania and following the coast around back to South Australia. So I've got some work in March that I'm going to do, and then from there head back to Sydney, and then from Sydney I follow the coast anti-clockwise all the way around Australia.
Wow, it's quite the ride. last stop before we get home, and there's a lot of cockatoos up on that tree right there. There they are. Those are all cockatoos, and very noisy ones at that. Two cute little dogs. We're gonna go check out Brighton Beach. All right, we're here. It's a beautiful beach, but it is cold and it is windy right now. All right, so we found this beetroot hummus multi-grain vegetable salad thing. That's vegan, right?
Yeah, it looks very healthy. It's even got the requisite pumpkin here in Australia.
Yeah, you gotta have pumpkin here. And very healthy and tasty. So it's kind of quiet here at Brighton Beach. We're gonna check out St Kilda Beach and see what that's all about. But here, we thought it was gonna be more like coffee shops and things like that, but there's really not a whole lot of that kind of stuff here. But if you like beaches that don't have a lot of that and are more secluded, this is a great beach.
We went to St Kilda's for the music concert the other night, so now we're going to see what it looks like during the day.
Yeah, has a little carnival there, so I'm sure that's still there.
Yeah, so you just, no, that's fine. So it will tell you the area, like it will pop up with like parking areas, and so the one that you're in, if you're in this car park, is 10,003.
Okay.
And then so you just click on that, and then you can start a session and add your number plate and credit card in.
Great, thanks.
Like that.
There are a lot of sailboats out there. That's a lot of sailboats.
They're Moodles, they're both Moodles, so, which is a Maltese cross poodle.
Oh, Moodle.
But I think she's more Maltese. She's still a baby though. She's only 1.5, whereas he's 3. And but she's still a baby, but I think she's more Maltese.
So these were put in the 1800s to protect the modesty of bathers, and now they're just meant for storing stuff. So like chairs, beach chairs, umbrellas, things like that, and you can license them out. All right, we're in the town of St Kilda Beach. We're gonna check it out. Oh, that's a scary tavern. We're at Monarch Cakes. This is the oldest cake shop in Melbourne, and they have some vegan options that we're going to try out, right? Good. Thanks. Have a good one. All right, thanks. So that was the owner in there of Monarch, and he was a Jewish fellow who went through the Holocaust and all that, and then came here and bought this place. And Monarch Lane is named after their restaurant. That's because it's an iconic bakery, I should say, in this area. All right, that's a shop I like. We're gonna check it out. Nice little saying.
Around the corner, Quan 88, they do, it's Vietnamese, and he does the best tofu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like chili and, you know, salt and peppery, and, you know, everyone has options.
You know, it's interesting. You know, we were wondering like why there's so many.
Because it's known for, Ackland Street was very big in the 70s, 80s for cakes. Everyone came here to have cakes, like it was all cake shops. You know, so it's changed a little bit, but you've still got like Monarch's has been here for 29 years, 30 years.
That's where we just were, yeah?
Yeah, he's lovely.
And he had
The
some
owner.
vegan stuff in there,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they all lifted their game when we opened. Now they're all selling vegans. Not as good as ours though.
Right.
So.
They're very vegan friendly here. Veg out. Looks like a vegetable garden. This is not a job that I would do. More power to them. These guys are putting up a Ferris wheel. All right, they have a nice pier here. You want to go check it out?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's do it. There's one. Hey, little guy. That's a little penguin. There's another one. There's another one. Hey, little guy. How you doing? There's another one. This one's swimming.
We have 3 of the most traditional cafes. Like, if you have been there 30 years ago, you might remember even one of them. It's Cafe Landmann. I'll show you a picture. It's one of those super Viennese cafes.
So we're going to go to Phillip Island today and see the penguins, but before that we're going to go on a quick run. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Not sure what this is, but we're going to film it. So it's a celebration for the indigenous people. Looks cool. All right, let's finish our run. All right, done. How do you feel?
Finally got it done. Kind of glad to know that after a couple months I can still do 3 miles.
Yeah. We just picked up where we left off. Some more cool artwork while we're walking back to the hotel. That's a lot of artwork in that little alley, isn't there?
Yeah, it's really good too.
We're getting ready to go to Phillip's Island. We're going to pick up the bus. You excited?
Yeah, want to see the penguins?
Yeah, we're going to see the penguins march across the beach. Should be fun.
Yeah.
All right, on the bus.
Yep, we made it.
My name is Ethan. I'm going to be your guide and your driver today. So any questions until we get back to Melbourne tomorrow, come and ask me. And yes, it's tomorrow. We're getting back at midnight. Everyone must wear their seatbelt at all times while the bus is moving. There are lots and lots of bad drivers in Victoria. I could be one of them, you don't know yet.
All right, we're at the first stop and we're going to be checking out some koalas here. All right, we're looking for koalas. And there's a koala. Just chewing away. Hey, Mr. Koala. Well, it's nice seeing you, Mr. Koala, but we have to go see other koalas. We'll see you later. That's either a kangaroo or a wallaby. Hey, Mr. Kangaroo or Wallaby. How you doing? How you doing? This koala's closer. Looks like he's taking a nap. What do you think of the koala, Robin?
He's sleeping.
And this is koala bear number 3. Sorry, koala number 3. Hey, Mr. Koala. Or Mrs. Koala. So they're all different sizes?
All different sizes. Similar genetics. They're all part of the kangaroo family.
Right. They definitely look a lot alike.
Oh, absolutely.
Each of them are quite different in how close they like to be, I suppose. Like he's quite a pest, he always is trying to follow you and do things, but the others are a bit more private. We do like a yearly health check, so we have to bag them and take a different samples and blood and swabs and stuff for them. So obviously that's quite intimate and having to catch them for that.
Right.
Yeah, we try and be as hands off as possible.
So koalas sleep 20 hours out of the day, and they're only awake for 4, and usually when they're awake, that's when they're feeding, and it exhausts them so much that they have to go back to sleep. So it's pretty interesting life. Birds up there. This is a better angle. Those are parrots. And there's another one. There's another wallaby. Mr. Wallaby. Good jump to get up there. All right, getting back on the bus. So the next stop is to go find something to eat. So we're going to be looking at some restaurants, seeing if there's any vegan options here. I think there is, and then we'll be on our way. So there's a lot of dirt bike people here, riding their dirt bikes. So you think there's something going on here?
Yeah, I saw a sign about a competition, and then in the restaurant we ate in, it was decorated with all their I forget, not uniforms, but whatever they wear.
Right. Outfits. All right. Sounds cool. And there it is, World SRK, which is a dirt bike competition. We got some artwork here too. All right, so this stop is the Nobbies, and you can see that there was a big rock in the water. That's the Nobby, and there's only one, although they call it the Nobbies, but there's also a lot of wildlife here. And this is the last stop we're gonna do before we go see the penguins in the parade. So you wanna, if you're watching the video, you wanna hang around and make sure you watch the penguin parade, because it's supposed to be awesome. And we got the Penguins Plus tickets, so we'll be able to have great view of these penguins. We're looking for wildlife. There's one of those geese. They're so different than the Canadian geese. I have to say, it's really beautiful here. What do you think of the view?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, unbelievable.
ticket for the penguins. If you don't have your ticket, whoever I gave your ticket to has it. So someone from your party will have it. Now you guys, this ticket's very important because you cannot see the penguins without it. So my recommendation, sorry, is that you guys take a photo of that ticket I've given you, so that even if you lose it, you've still got the evidence that you have it and they can still scan the barcode. In a perfect world, just don't lose the ticket, but people do. So take a photo of it if you are accident prone. Everyone got their tickets? Fantastic. Who knows what that number is there? 3. Fantastic. Keep that number in mind. We're in car park 3.
All right, we're getting ready to see the penguins march. We're walking kind of a far away. It's almost like we're in the parade. So we did splurge for the Penguin Plus tickets. You could do the Penguin tickets and you see the parade, and you get the Penguin Plus, you get a little better view. So that's what we did. Supposedly they're going to come here and walk right by here. So this little guy is just waiting for his parents to come back with food. So that's kind of how it works, right? The parents come up from the beach and they feed their little kids here. Pretty cool. All right, on the way home. Did you have fun?
It was awesome. It was really, really good. And I definitely say get the Penguin Plus if you do it.
Yeah, because you really get to see the penguins come up close. It was a lot of fun. Well, it's the next day. We're going to check out the town. One thing about Melbourne, it has an awful lot of artwork all over the streets. It's pretty cool. We're going to go to Drewery Lane, and then we're going to check out a couple other lanes in this city of Melbourne.
Right.
Found a really cool mural on Crown Place. This is one huge comic strip. Like I said, a lot of street art in Melbourne. They're actually painting this one right now. Drury Lane, and it's loaded with street art too.
So we're on Lonsdale Street, and this is like one of the biggest Greek areas in the world outside of Greece, huh? And Cyprus, yeah. So just a big Greek area. So now I guess we're going to check out Duckport Place. Yeah. Anything special about that?
Not that I know of.
I guess we'll find out. On the way, we bumped into Chinatown. All right, so this is Duckport Place. So once again, there's a lot of artwork on this place. A lot of it's interesting is all these places have street art everywhere. Looks like this attaches to AC/DC Lane. And so this attaches to AC/DC Lane, which we already showed you a couple days ago. So we actually were already here and we didn't know it.
So now we're walking back towards Hosier Lane because we saw a free street art museum when we were there the other day. So we're going to check that out.
Let's go. Another line. No idea what this is.
It's really popular. I haven't been before. Apparently they're really good, but we haven't tried them yet.
Yeah, have fun. So what I just showed you, you can see the line there for Loon, is to get a croissant. I just can't imagine standing in line to get a croissant. Can you? I mean,
I'm looking it up to see what the...
She's looking up to see what the big deal is, but I mean, it's a croissant. So what did you find out about this croissant place?
So the founder is a woman doctor, and she was a former F1 engineer, but she created these croissants. Most croissants have about 25% butter, but hers has about 43%
Oh my
butter.
God.
But she found a way to make them so that the butter gets locked in, and so you taste it, but it's not all greasy in the end.
Yeah, but that still sounds terrible for the body. You don't need all that butter. I mean, that's just...
You don't need all that butter, but sometimes you can spoil it.
Hello.
Come on in.
All right, thanks. Hi, how you doing? Thanks. That's a Banksy too. Burger with naked bodies on it. I mean, it's very nice.
I'm glad you thought so.
Yeah?
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one. All right.
So the fruit tea itself is quite sweet, and then we add a tiny bit of sugar syrup, like to the mixture. Is it too sweet for you?
No, I'm just curious.
Yeah, so it's like a forest berry tea that we use to make like the actual drink, and then just add a little bit of sugar syrup. Yeah, like even just when you smell them. You smell them from a mile away.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I quite like it, but I don't think I could drink a whole thing. But I know some people absolutely love it. But I just don't think I could.
I might ask for just some sparkling water so I can
Yeah.
dilute it.
Of course, not a problem. I'll go get you some.
Theirs is too sweet. So we're at a restaurant called The Journal, which is right next to the city library. Pretty cool. And we did find some vegan options here. We're gonna go to Albert Park, and man, it is busy here, isn't it? I really do like the murals and street art here. It's pretty cool. Almost to Albert Park.
Around you will find a bridge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a bridge.
Yeah, you will find a bridge in that leg inside, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And after you just cross there.
Okay, great. All right, thanks. Bye. Took about 2 miles for us to get here, but we're at Albert Park. That house over there has mannequins on their patio. Kind of interesting. Driving range and a miniature golf course here in the park. This says Pirelli, and if you look down there, you'll see some construction going on because the Formula One race is going to be here in a few weeks. So what did they say people do here in the park? I guess what people do at normal parks, they run, they walk, they bike, they walk their dogs, they just enjoy the day. And that is a swan in the lake. That's pretty cool. Hey birdie, what kind are you? You're kind of cool looking. There's a lot of these guys out here chowing down. There's so much construction going on here. All of this for the Formula One race is coming up. It's amazing how much work goes into these things. So after a long walk in the heat here, we're having iced coffee at Hector's.
No, I think I ran because it was hard to get feed. It was hard to get feed because
One of those houses with the facade of something older. We're at the beach. It is a beautiful day for the beach, but we had other things we wanted to do. But at least we're here looking at it.
Yeah.
But you know, it is a beautiful day to hang out at it. Looks like a cool place to go. Beautiful night here in Melbourne. So we met some nice friends from England, and we're gonna go to dinner with them. They're shooting some fire over there. We think it's a casino. You're pretending to be a real dog, but you're a fake dog. Pretty cool. All right, today we fly off to New Zealand, Christchurch, but first, it's going to be a while before our plane takes off. It's like 7 something at night, 7:45, I think. 7. So we're going to go grab something to eat on Degraves Street, and then we'll be taking the plane. Did you have a good time here?
Yeah, I love Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome place. So we definitely recommend coming here. All right, I'm in the airport at Melbourne getting ready to fly to New Zealand, Christchurch that is. So that's a wrap on Melbourne, and hopefully you liked the video, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you know anybody who can use videos like this, make sure you share it with them. And also, if you have any comments, questions, whatever, put them in the comments below and I'll get to you shortly. And if you hang on for a second, 2 videos will pop up any moment and you can click on any of them to continue your healthy, happy living journey. And I will see you all next time.